Hi guys, it's just coming up to, well, 1 o'clock I guess in 20 minutes. Let's have a quick look over the charts. FOMC day, so we're likely to see a bit of a lull in markets now. The levels we talked about yesterday, I've got the Dow here, you can see that acted as a good resistance level. Previous lows from the morning and then the evening high. It's got to be one that still is looked at today. The low of the bottom of the range, we'll have a look at the S&P and the Nasdaq shortly, but you can see that did actually get broken in early trade, and I think you could have, just looking at the picture how it is now, you could have forgiven people for looking for that short in the early hours, but the volume wasn't there and we pushed back higher. So I would still have it marked up, and then along with that you can see a decent reaction to a support turn resistance level here. So for the Dow, that's how I would be looking at it. If we are to push lower as well, just be aware that you've got some resistance from the 14th as well. Let's have a quick look over the S&P. The level we were talking about yesterday was this point here. We actually did get a bit of a break through it. No close, interestingly, on the hour. And as said, it was more that sort of zone, wasn't it, from the 29s to here. Bit of a range. No close above, and we drifted back lower. So again, focus needs to be on that point going forward. Let's have a quick look at some trends, maybe from the highs. Okay, respected well. Okay, keep a watch on that. The low of the range, let me just bring this wider, you can see it is incredibly important here as well to keep a watch on. Ahead of the FOMC, would you want to get too involved? Probably not, but I would say that, you know, here 31.19 trend line and then 32.30 would be the points of interest to keep a watch on. As you can see, like the Dow, we had that close below here in early trade, only for it to push back higher. Interestingly, for the S&P, where we close the week is going to be key, but not just the week, of course, the month. And if we do close below this whole area, which we're pretty much bang on, you would say the bears have won from that level. So yeah, you can see here on the weekly, this is the importance of this whole point. Not looking great for now, but if the FOMC deliver and we push higher, maybe it was just a little blip. So interesting to see how that reacts. The Nasdaq got to our level pretty much, maybe a few points away. So that's still got to be the area to consider. Let's have a look at the trend from the recent highs that we've had. Oh, yeah, like the S&P, very well respected. The lows, you know, unlike the S&P and the Dow, we held here without having a little false break. So you can have that on as well as the lows around here. Again, you're going to have to call this a bit of a zone to keep a watch on, and also have a look at your daily chart, 21 period moving average, trend channel as well for that. But because we're just struggling for time, let's have a quick look over at the euro, which you can see is struggling to make that new high. Interestingly, rejecting that area. However, I'm not too interested in getting involved in this ahead of the FOMC, and rather just let it play out. And same for the pound as well, which is actually pushing on a bit more, and the highest it's been for quite some time. You would obviously want to keep a watch on the previous highs. The pivot looks attractive, but for it to come through there, you're probably going to have to see something like this. So just bear that in mind. And by the time it gets to the pivot, which looks a great area of support, well, you know, the FOMC is probably likely to be around the corner. Gold not doing much, volume likely to increase shortly, and you can see a good area, good line in the sand to keep a watch on for the day. But just begs the question: do you really want to get involved going into the FOMC for a long-lasting trade? Anyway, guys, hope you all have a great session. We're live for the FOMC later on YouTube, so please do check that out, and I'll see you later on.